YouTube, what it's huge, we're out here, and today we are recording this video a little bit later than I'd like to be recording it, but I actually ended up holding my trade pretty much the majority of today. I'm going to be going over pretty much what happened today, why I made the choices I made, and pretty much, yeah, just go over it. Today was a $250 day on my accounts. At the end of the day, again, we take what we take, and at the end of the day, profit is profit. I wish I had held it because I knew exactly where it was going, but unfortunately, like when we're on Top Step or my fund and futures, it normally kicks you out about 4:15, so it actually ended up hitting my take profit, or what would have been my take profit, actually about right about now, which is 4:30ish. So I'm assuming it probably would have stopped me out by then anyway. But besides the point, I knew exactly where it was going, which is the crazy part. And there's a lot of reasons for that. So I'm gonna go over pretty much what happened today, why I made the choice I made, and we'll go from there. Okay. So if you guys are new here, I trade the 15-minute orb. Okay, and that's just what I do. Is my preference. I judge that based off of a lot of different biases. Okay. So number one, obviously the daily bias, where the trend is. You know, the trend is your friend. I've talked about this many times on this channel. You know, we don't necessarily want to go against the trend by any means, unless you have like a really good setup. That's a different story. But you know, at the end of the day, that takes experience, obviously, at the end of the day. We're gonna go over pretty much what happened. So 9:30 open this morning. We have our 15-minute candle right here. We have our high and we have our low of that candle. Okay, you guys, it's just Top Step X. One of my favorite platforms. It's had its, beef, whatever. I enjoy it. I get payouts on it. It's what I like. I like my fund and futures too, and I like Lucid. So those are my platforms that I genuinely prefer. But Top Step X is just, I feel like I like the platform itself better. I like being able to like move my take profit, all that good stuff, which you guys can go check that out for yourselves. But we have the high set, we have the low set, okay? So this was this morning. It was a pretty long trading day, unfortunately. The market's going to do that sometimes, very choppy. There's nothing you can do about it. We just want to know overall where the momentum's going and where our take profits are going to be. And I'll tell you exactly why I have my take profit set here and what I was thinking going into this, okay? So we have our 5-minute closure after the 15-minute is high and low are made. We have our 5-minute closure up on the bullish side, okay? Daily was already bullish to begin with. Everything was marking bullish for me, okay? And like those are the days where like normally, I'm gonna go bullish. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I saw this bullish. I waited actually 5 minutes into this candle. I did not like how it was looking. I should wait about 4 minutes. I did look how it was looking. Sorry, I meant to say did. I ended up going in right here in this candle right here around this. I love that it was still being bullish. We didn't have a lot of momentum to the downside. Normally days like today, we don't really see a lot of bearish momentum. Like sometimes it will stomp you out, and it almost did. Like we dropped immediately when I got in, all the way down to that low of high of the 15-minute candle. Went a little bit underneath it. I think my stop loss was a little bit like right here around this range, 241-ish. So almost stomped me out, and that was with only a few micros. That's what I'm telling you. Sometimes the market is just crap, but end of the day, we ended up coming back up afterwards and actually ended up right here. This is where I actually took my take profit, right at 394, and I had 3 micros. So it was like $250, something like that, wherever the outcome was on that. But at the end of the day, man, I wish I had held it all the way, because damn, look at that. We had a good momentum going upwards right to my take profit, which is right here. The reason I'm going to show you why my take profit was there is because if we look at the 15-minute, okay, I love looking to the left. The left tells us good information, okay? Obviously not like months and months back, but if we look back, which day was this? Oops, I just moved that, of course. If we look back, where was it? Gosh, I'm going to have to zoom out a little bit here. Right here. Okay, so as you guys can see, we haven't been up in this range for a little while, okay? Clearly, like we've been in a pretty much bearish flow all the way from, there. So we are on the 12th, which was again, today's the 25th. So it was definitely a couple weeks ago. But I love the fact that we have a high set, which was right here. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. We have a 9:30 candle. This is 9:30 a.m. So we have a 15-minute high. We have a 15-minute low right here. The reason I had set my points about that range, right? So I was looking for it to attack about that 394 high. So when I was looking today, I'm looking at, okay, well, we are obviously been extremely bullish. We're heading back up into this range. Oh, wow, we're going up even more now. Woo! That looks, we're having some good buyers flow. I think we're grabbing some liquidity up in this range now. But besides the point, I put my take profit there because I had seen that 9:30 candle, the high was there, and we have not approached that since that day. So I know it sounds stupid, but that's just how I trade. I like doing the 9:30 and 6 p.m. candles, moving the 15-minute range. It tells me a lot of information that I like to know. And, obviously at this point, we are grabbing some form of liquidity, and I would love to jump in for a put, but I have to wait until 6 p.m. at this point to see if we're going to head downwards from here. Obviously if there's a momentum that way, because, we grab that candle, I would love to see some kind of, what do you want to call that, but just downwards momentum to go grab some liquidity on the downside. We could end up heading way lower than that too. I'm not sure. We're going to see how tomorrow goes and kind of go from there. Again, the market's going to do what it wants to do, and we just have to be on the right side of it. So if it does end up moving back here by like 6 p.m. around there, I'll probably pop in and see if I can grab a trade to go down here or even there. We'd have to hit those at some point. Again, I might be completely wrong. We might continue even at 6 p.m. heading bullish. We could head up to these highs up here. I take little risk when I can. I told you guys it's how I've done things. We're actually heading down right now as we speak. Again, I'm making this video at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 4:45. So market's already done its thing. So I don't jump in at this point. But overall, that's what happened today. $250, made a great trade. I cannot complain, and we are in profit. Hopefully next week we get some payouts in, and that's pretty much where I'm at. Figure make a quick update for you guys. I love you. Make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and just do this all to the Lord. Pray about it. I talk about this all the time, man. The glory is God's. That's how it is. So every trade I take, this profession is hard. This career is very difficult, and without God, it's going to be impossible. Okay, I talk about this every single trading video I make. Trading is very emotionally draining, and if you don't have God by your side, good luck. I'm telling you that at the end of the day, our God is our protector. He's our provider. It says it right here in the Bible, man. Open this up and I encourage you to read it, and just really get close to God, man. And, work with him. He's a business partner. He's our father. He's our provider. He's everything. So just understand that, right? Without God, this is not possible. I love you guys. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.